bringing you classic gaming.
Good. Yeah. All right. It's a full house tonight. We're looking for a show. So let's go out there and let's give them one. You know, we expanded your arsenal. So let's use all those weapons now. All right? Control the range. Set up your kicks. Use your combinations. Good. Yeah, you got this. All right. How you feel? Good. All right. Let's go.
What's the deal, everybody? I go by the name of Biz Biller. This is BYC Gaming, and this is episode number 1 of the UFC career mode. We're gonna be breaking it down, doing a lot of episodes featuring this guy that we're debuting right here today. He goes by the name of Edgardo Moraga. Let me break it down. There's a few Easter eggs in a little name right there. Now, if you see his appearance, he's rocking the gold here, you know what I'm saying? That's because he's fighting for the gold. He's going to keep doing that until he's wearing that UFC gold or some other gold. We'll get into that in a minute. But nonetheless, the name Edgardo, I got it because one of my favorite baseball players from the New York Mets, Edgardo Alfonso, was my guy. I made this guy from Brazil because some of my favorite fighters are from Brazil. Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva, Jose Aldo, Vitor Belfort, Big Nog, Lil Nog, Edson Barbosa, Hannibal. You know, I love it. And also, if you make a Hispanic character, the corner speaks Hispanic in both corners. Well, excuse me, in your corner in between rounds, which I thought was pretty cool. This is my second career I've made. So the first one was more like myself, but I didn't really like how they feed you right to the wolves once you get off of Action Avenue and out of the amateurs. They throw you right to some of the best competition in the UFC, which is something I wanted in UFC 3, but I didn't realize the difference in skill levels, you know what I'm saying, from the amateurs straight to the UFC. So we'll get into that in a little bit, because I think I'm going to take a different route to the UFC. Different from most of the people you probably see on YouTube, although I haven't watched so many other gamers do so much UFC career mode, but there's a few people I do like to watch. Salute to them. But let's get to this fight, man. You see a lot of leg kicks being thrown early, man. I'm definitely trying to shorten that distances. You see this guy's doing a good job of moving around, but I'm throwing that jab, I'm throwing that leg kick, making sure the distance is there, you know what I'm saying? And Barbosa is one of my favorite fighters, man. Dominating kickboxer. But the way I started this career, I felt like I wanted to get a bunch of knockouts, get my hands up first, you know what I mean? Get my attributes up for my boxing and my Muay Thai, my kickboxing. But the most important thing about any of this MMA stuff, man, you gotta have a good ground game. As you see here, I'm in a tough spot, nearly getting submitted right here by my opponent. But look, the first character I made was a kickboxer. This one I wanted to be more balanced, you know what I'm saying? I want kickboxing to be, you know, my dominant go-to. What you know me for is you see me landing some strong kicks right here. But as long as I can have a good ground game, I think my hands are good enough to hang in these fights. Now, the one thing I will tell you about fighting in the amateurs that I learned is, man, my hands were not as good as I thought they were, because I thought I should have finished a lot of these fights. I definitely need to work on my defenses. You see me getting hit with a lot of high leg kicks early on in this second round, but we start getting comfortable. We start landing some shots of our own. You see, one of my favorite punches is that hook, man. I like to throw the jab, set up the hook with the jab and the straight. And I'm doing a lot of that early on. You see I'm blocking kicks, I'm throwing the jab, I'm throwing big headshots. Man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to finish this fight. I wanted to make a big statement in my first fight. You know, the first fight they give you, you almost don't have control over the results. For those of you who have played UFC career mode, you don't have much of a choice of what happens in that first fight. You just got to basically survive. So this fight, I wanted to come out, make a statement, show that I'm very good on my feet. Now, I wish I would have took more time on the ground, as once again you see here he's trying to submit me, trying to put this fight away because he can't hang with me standing on the feet. Well, I say that, but let me not get too cocky. As you see, he did stun me several times with those head kicks, so let me not get too ahead of myself. It's there, he lands another one. But it's an interesting matchup early on, you know what I'm saying, because even though I'm landing a good number of strikes, it feels like my opponent is landing the more significant strikes, but the most significant strike of the fight is about to get landed, and that is all she wrote. Edgardo Moraga gets his first victory, and he should go viral off of this clip. Look at the overhand followed by the head kick, puts his opponent to sleep faster than NyQuil. I mean, what a combination put together by the Brazilian beast. And then you see he knocks out his opponent, and he's ready for the next.
All right, that's good. Bring it in. Now, you probably heard this 1,000 times. Wrestling is the best space for an MMA fight. Look, I don't know if that's true 100% of the time, but what I do know is that if you're the better wrestler, then you dictate where the fight takes place. You can keep it standing, or you can take it to the ground, and then your opponent has to adapt. Okay? That is the power of wrestling. Got it?
Got it.
All right, you ready to embrace the grind?
Ready.
All right, then let's go. Let's get something going now. All right? Nice work in there. You got some solid technique. But if you ask me, in the end, it all comes down to who wants it more, right? Which fighter's gonna keep grinding until the other one quits? I know you're not a quitter, and I got you a chance to prove it against another amateur opponent. A decent wrestler, you got what it takes to win. You got the skills to pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
All right. Great work today.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, kid. Hard work is done. Now it's time to have fun. This is the moment we've been waiting for. You gonna seize it?
Yeah.
Good. Your striking is better than theirs.
Yeah.
Your ground game is better than theirs.
Yeah.
Your coach is better looking than theirs.
Maybe.
You come a long way. All right, you win this one, you got a shot at the Contender Series. Then the fun really starts. You hungry?
Yeah.
Then let's go.
Alright, so the Brazilian beast is back once again. He's taking on an opponent by the name of Montez. Man, listen, this kid right here, man, we had a good fight right here. This guy was a little more balanced. He had a good ground game, had a solid stand-up. So this is one of those fights where not only did I have to respect my opponent, as you should every time you step in the octagon, but I couldn't get too ahead of myself. Even if I was dominating at some points, I had to make sure that I stay within the game plan and finish the fight when the opportunity presents itself. So as here you can see, you know what I'm saying, we're both doing what we do best. He's trying to grapple. I'm throwing that jab. I'm throwing the leg out there. But I am showing him that I can hang with him on the ground. As you see a reversal here. And I mean, to be honest with you, by the time this first round was over, excuse me, my guy was winded. I mean, I didn't show it in this entire clip, but this guy was working me on the ground, man. I know you guys probably don't want to see a lot of ground game, especially when it doesn't lead to anything, but this guy was controlling me on the ground. And as you can see in some of these clips in the replay, he was landing some pretty stiff jabs as well. So I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I know I need to churn up here in this second round because I probably lost that first. So here on Action Avenue, my boy Edgardo Moraga is back in the ring. He's landing those leg kicks, man. I'm gonna tell you, as an amateur, being that I don't have a lot of high attributes in one specific category, I wanted to make sure that I just did, you know, textbook stuff, you know, leg combinations. I try to finish them with a little leg kick, soften up the leg, you know, throw some shots to the body, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared to go to the ground in this fight, and also the clinch here, as you see, throw some dirty boxing and dirty knees in there. But I was a little scared to grapple with this guy just because of how good he was doing it. And he was making me respect his stand-up as well, as he throws a flying knee that nearly ends the fight. But to be honest with you, this guy really made me respect him. And it's also the reason why I made one of the decisions I made later on in this video. It's like, man, you gotta respect your opponents in this career early on, man, because these guys, they hit hard, they're down to grapple, they're down to hold you down there, they're down to win, they want to run around, they want to win a fight, you know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna sit there and exchange with you the way somebody would in an online world championship fight. Speaking of which, man, as much as I love UFC, man, that is a different world up there on that world championship mode, man. They take advantage of everything they can online, man. Salute to all the people out there that hold it down. One of my bros been holding it together. Look, speaking of holding it together, how is he holding it together after that shot? I mean, you know, this has been a pretty balanced fight. Some might argue that I won the second round based off of more strikes being landed, but once again, you don't want to leave it up to the judges. As we move on here to the third round, we're hoping to put this guy away. You see me throwing that sniping jab and that straight, trying to worsen that cut. His leg is already taking tremendous damage. A whole lot of damage has been done to that left leg. And there you can see, that's somewhere that I'm definitely aiming for. Definitely a spot of emphasis as I try to end this fight. Big headshot. I'm trying to put him away, man, but he just keeps on fighting. That leg, though, is giving out on him, as you can see. And once I had an opportunity to put the fight away, I tried to, but this guy is very good defensively, very good bottom game. I had him on his back a couple times, but could not finish the fight there. So anytime I saw that he was stalling on the ground, I would just stand him back up and try to finish him from there. But here you see, we get into a clinch, and let me tell you something. If you see the clock at this moment, it's almost 2 minutes and 50 plus seconds, right? We stayed in the clinch on the gate for almost 2 minutes and 30 something seconds, man. We finally break out of the clinch. At this point, I just wanted to punch him just for holding me that long, but I'm running out of stamina. I mean, this fight is looking like it could go either way, but I know I did make a statement with a lot of the significant strikes that I landed. And there you see a little cockiness at the end of the round, letting him know that I wasn't feeling what he did. But apparently neither were the judges, as here you see we win it by decision. So as you can see, some successful fights on the Action Avenue have led me to a WFA contract. Now, most of you probably wanted to jump straight ahead to the Contender Series with Dana White, and that's fine. But I saw that it took me a while to finish some opponents that I would usually run through on Action Avenue. So I decided that I wanted to put in some more time on my skills, my boxing, my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, excuse me, my Muay Thai, every part of my game. I wanted to hone it before I step up that level of competition. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go ahead and fight on this WFA platform until I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes until I'm ready to go to the UFC. You know, because I'm stepping up to a division that's no joke in the welterweight. So in this matchup, I've got Julian Martin, Canadian fighter, and he's my first opponent in WFA. So let's see what happens as we open up with a couple of shots here and there. Now I'm gonna tell you, in this is another fight where I wanted to make a statement. If I'm gonna be fighting in the World Fighting Alliance, I gotta go ahead, make a statement to the point where I need to be a contender on this platform. If I'm gonna be here fighting in this league, I want to let everybody know I'm here to win. I'm not here to just do the minor stuff. Now I'm here to be the best in the company. Then I'm gonna be the best on the UFC level. So that's what I'm trying to do here early on against Martin. Establish dominance, assert dominance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jabs, a lot of hooks being thrown. I opened up a cut on my opponent Martin, but you know, he's not backing down. He's exchanging with me. You see him throwing some uppercuts, you see him throwing some leg kicks, some body shots, but it's not stopping me, man. I'm gonna keep coming forward in this fight, and I'm gonna keep punishing this dude. Because let me tell you something, I was not happy with the way that fight went against Montez. Yeah, we won by decision, but I felt we could have put that fight away a long time ago. And that's what we're looking to do here in this first round against Martin, as we keep throwing shot after shot. We're not even letting up against this guy. So you see, we're throwing more jabs, more leg kicks, more combinations, one after another. We're not letting up on this dude. Is there again, he gets stunned back against the cage. Get him in the full mount. You hear the referee, he's telling you, do something, defend yourself somehow, because pretty soon it is all over. That is it. It is a wrap. That is how you make a debut on a new platform. You come to WFA, you relentlessly throw all kinds of punches, all kinds of lefts and rights. You get him on the ground. He can't even defend himself anymore. And we put him away early. Our first WFA fight is a dominant first round knockout for the boy Moraga. As here you see, it's that time, man.
Nice. Work for that submission. Nice work. Lock him down.
All right, so we're back in the gym. We're back working out, and we got another contest against Francisco Ruiz, Mexican-born fighter. He's taller than me. He's got a little bit of a reach advantage, but nonetheless, we're gonna come out here and do what we do. Our second WFA fight. We got the veteran Yves Levine as the referee in there. Does he want to touch gloves? Apparently not. So let's show him what time it is. That's one thing I will tell you, man. I take that as a high sign of disrespect when you don't at least want to touch gloves in the first round. So most times when the guys refuse to do that, I usually come out looking to score a knockout in that first round. But nonetheless, like I said, I can't get too ahead of myself. Can't get too aggressive in the ring. I mean, but Edgardo is just letting these shots fly. And you see, he got a little overzealous, man. He may have thrown one too many shots, and you see he gets stunned. He even gets hurt. He's seeing stars at this point. And this is where being a young amateur fighter comes in. Now imagine this happening on the UFC level. Imagine me being that arrogant and letting my guard down and getting stunned that hard. Man, that might be the end of my career. I might go viral, you know what I'm saying, for the wrong reason. But see, here at WFA, I can make a mistake and I can learn from it here in the first round. Still early in the fight. You see, I've been knocked down twice, but I'm still coming up, still throwing those jabs. You see, I'm still stunned. If you look to the right side of the screen, I'm still in a daze after those two shots that I took in this round. Lucky to still be standing. Lucky to still be undefeated at this point, because this easily could have been my first loss. You see, the uppercut is what first stunned me. That got my mind right. And then he came back with another uppercut. That one floored me. I mean, listen, man. It was a knee strike that followed up as well. Listen, man. I easily could be out on the mat right now, Nate Robinson style. But Moraga is going to keep fighting. The Brazilian beast is going to keep going. You even see it's not just headshots that Ruiz is throwing at me, man. This dude has torn up my legs as well. So you got to fight smart. At this point, you can see I have a major head injury from all the shots that I've taken from the Mexican-born welterweight, man. He's making it tough for me in this ring. So now I'm feeling a sense of urgency. Now I realize I got to put this guy away before he puts me away. And with that said, it is all over. I mean, it didn't look pretty, you know what I'm saying? I really got hurt in this fight. But man, when I felt that pressure coming on, started throwing those straights, that one straight got him, laid him down, and then a flurry of left and rights come from the mount position, man. Listen, man, full guard mount. Excuse me, I'm not the top MMA terminologist, but you know what I'm saying. We had him in a dominant position, and we were able to get out of there with a win. So here you see us in the gym once again, working out just to get ready for our next fight, and that will be coming in episode 2. As we wrap this one up, you see the good and the bad, some things we definitely need to work on, but out the gate you see we got some raw talent. This kid knows how to fight, the Brazilian beast, my guy Edgardo Moraga. He's got a little Jose Aldo flair to him, you know what I mean? But this kid is beastie. I'm gonna keep working on him, keep fighting until we are wearing that gold around our waist, man. Nonetheless, this has been episode number 1 of the career mode. We're gonna give you much more of this here at BYC Gaming. Follow us on Instagram at Bringing You Classics, on Twitch at BYC_gaming, and right here on YouTube at Bringing You Classics. It's been another episode. We out of here.